Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. The Lakers are assembling a strong roster for the season and have also focused on improving the players' technical and physical skills. They have also sought quality professionals. They even recently surprisingly hired a new coach with enough experience to help the Lakers players. The Lakers weren't expected to make any new changes to their coaching staff, but the addition of Holsapple appears to be a tribute to Doncic. Lakers hire coach Jeremy Holsapple from the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers are reportedly bringing on former Mavericks athletic performance director Jeremy Holsapple to their staff. Los Angeles isn't done making moves this summer to improve their franchise and make sure Luka Doncic has everything he needs for success. This summer, Luka signed a contract extension with the team and began his off-season training the day after the Lakers were eliminated from the playoffs. He appears to be in great shape thanks to his insane summer workouts and now, according to longtime NBA insider Mark Stein, the Lakers are adding former Mavericks athletic performance director, Jeremy Holsapple, as their new head strength and conditioning coach. The Lakers' decision to bring on Holsapple is another example of LA doing whatever it takes to make Luka comfortable. ESPN reported back in February that Holsapple was a favorite of Luka, and Dallas' firing of him and other staffers was part of a slow process towards their shocking breakup. Hopefully, with Luka clearly in tip-top shape and reunited with a coach he can trust, it will lead to Doncic staying committed to his health. Fitness has been a key focus for the Lakers all offseason. Head coach J.J. Redick emphasized the team's need to be in championship shape during his exit interview. So far, Luka has been holding his end of the bargain, and the Lakers are making the appropriate investments in this department to set him up for success. Last year, Luka was plagued by a left calf strain that took him out of a lot of games. He only participated in 50 contests, making him ineligible for end-of-season awards. Now that Luka has a longer offseason, is in good shape and has an old friend as the new Lakers head strength and conditioning coach, hopefully, he can stay fit and available for the 2025-26 NBA season. This move also signals to Luka that, as long as it's reasonable, the Lakers will do whatever it takes to keep their franchise player happy. He now has another person he believes in on the staff who more than qualifies for the position. Holsapple has decades of experience working with professional athletes. He was with the Mavericks organization for over 10 years. Before his time in the NBA, he spent 4 years as the sports performance coach for the New York Red Bulls. Holsapple has also worked with the NFL, Arena Football League, University of Kentucky, Florida Atlantic University and University of Mississippi as a performance coach. Summer slump paints bleak picture for sophomore Lakers guard. While Summer League may have helped increase stock in some of last year's draft class, it also decreased, if not disintegrated, the value of others. Lakers guard Dalton Knecht finds himself in the latter category, with a rough offseason signaling a spiral in his odds of cracking the rotation. Summer slump paints bleak picture for sophomore Lakers guard. The good, bad, and ugly of Summer League. After a rookie campaign that saw him average 9.1 points and 2.8 rebounds on .461/.376/.762 splits, many Lakers fans expected Dalton Knecht to grow in the offseason and become a capable backup wing. Summer League stopped any of that promise, serving as a rude awakening for last year's 17th overall pick. Besides a 25-point outburst in a comeback win over the Spurs, Knecht faltered. The 24-year-old averaged 11.7 points and 4.8 rebounds between games in San Francisco and Las Vegas. He also shot a measly 32% from the field, 23% from three and 64% from the free throw line. Between his offensive struggles and looking like a Tennessee orange traffic cone on defense, it's safe to say Knecht's value has tanked significantly. However, there are still slivers of hope for both Knecht and Lakers fans to hold on to. For starters, he showed he could still score in bursts, a trait he unleashed against the Spurs. Knecht also improved on his off-ball cutting and transition play, two aspects he flashed in spurts throughout the summer. Suiting up next to three elite playmakers in LeBron James, Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves should help his chances in meaningful games. Off-season acquisitions spell trouble for Connect. While Connect can regain trust in training camp, a few more obstacles stand in his way. 23-year-old Jake LaRavia, who developed into a rotational piece for the Grizzlies and Kings, is in line for a similar, if not larger, role with the Lakers. A 6 feet 8 inches forward who shot 38% from deep last season, LaRavia offers a pivotal skill set Connect doesn't have: defense. The Pasadena, California native is a physical and active defender who is looking to grow on that end of the floor. Likewise, the addition of Marcus Smart, another tenacious ball stopper and a former Defensive Player of the Year, could stunt Connect's development regardless of his role. Having Smart come off the bench would make him the perfect sixth man behind Doncic or Reeves. Placing him in the starting lineup, meanwhile, would push Rui Hachimura to the bench. Overall, it'd be a lose-lose situation for Connect unless he finds a rhythm and outplays his teammates for the 9th or 10th spot. Playing Connect could come with a cost. Yet another strike against Connect is what his minutes would mean for the Lakers' backup center spot, which is currently held by Jackson Hayes, or, potentially, Maxi Kleber. While discussing potential rotations with basketball analytics specialist Cranjies McBasketball, Lakers insider Jovan Buha left Connect out of the 10-man group, citing how playing him would leave no room for a center. "We both had him outside of the 10-man rotation, but we acknowledged that this assumes JJ plays Jackson/Maxi at backup 5 and they play more traditional lineups," Buha wrote on X. "If they don't play a true backup 5, DK could slide into the 10th spot. Hard to see him playing over any of the top 9. I think they need to play their best players and it's hard to argue him higher than 10th, he added, responding to another post. And even if you make that case, that means no backup center and the Lakers likely playing 16 to 20 minutes centerless. If they expand the rotation to 11 guys, unlikely but possible, at least for stretches of the season, then DK makes sense. With the 5 being a priority for the purple and gold, Connect would likely have to sacrifice his minutes for Hayes and/or Kleber, a necessary move to avoid the pitfalls that small ball gave them last season. Amid tough road ahead, Connect may still have a chance. Connect may face a bevy of obstacles in the next few months, but he's still a valuable player who is eager to improve. And while the Redick-led Lakers are committed to developing young talent, the reality is, there are limited minutes to go around, with some roles already defined. Thus, it's on both Connect and the Lakers to craft an effective plan for next season. Connect must jump over several hurdles to show that his poor outings were outliers, while Redick and his staff do their part to find opportunities for him. Lakers roster set for 2025-26 season as team reportedly shut down trade offers for Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt. This offseason, Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka made moves to improve the roster while still maintaining their focus on the future. They could have practically revamped their entire team but elected instead to keep 2 key rotational players. It became clear after Los Angeles's disappointing first-round loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves that the team needed to make changes. While some of those have been good, others seem questionable. The Lakers' biggest loss was, by far, the departure of two-way wing Dorian Finney-Smith. Throughout the second half of the season, he had become the team's most reliable defender. LA also created 3 additional roster spots by waiving Jordan Goodwin, Trey Jamison III and Shake Milton. The Lakers' additions may significantly overshadow the loss of Finney-Smith. Pelinka attacked the buyout market, signing DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart each to 2-year deals. Their final free agent signing brought in forward Jake LaRavia. It's clear the Lakers aren't the best constructed team, but they have the elements to be pretty good this upcoming season. Instead of pulling the trigger on other potential trades, Pelinka decided to finalize the existing roster for the 2025-26 NBA season. Still, the feeling around the Lakers is that the team is pretty much set as it is and that no major trades are forthcoming until the season gets rolling, Sean Devaney of Athlon Sports said. The Lakers have had opportunities to include the likes of Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt in trade packages already, but have declined to do so. The rationale behind the front office's decision hasn't become public knowledge, though it isn't difficult to understand why Pelinka was reluctant to part ways with the pair. Despite the addition of Smart, the Lakers' guard depth is quite fragile. The former Defensive Player of the Year has only played in 54 games over the last 2 seasons. Vincent's a great insurance piece if Smart misses time. Vanderbilt, on the other hand, is now the team's best perimeter defender. Although he can't space the floor like Finney Smith, it isn't easy to find a replacement for what Vanderbilt can do on the defensive side of the ball. It doesn't help that the trade market hasn't been as robust as the Lakers would have hoped. Devaney quoted a Western Conference executive in saying, "The Lakers have not been attacking the trade market by any stretch of the imagination. Most teams now are in a sort of wait-and-see mode, and I would include the Lakers in that." To all the Lakers fans who don't think the team can make it over the hump, don't hold your breath. The tides could change during the season. All it takes is one trade. The Lakers are perfect examples of this philosophy. They did land Luka Doncic after all. DeAndre Ayton must embrace the one thing he never has for the Lakers. DeAndre Ayton must mold himself into a defensive anchor for the Los Angeles Lakers. DeAndre Ayton has never been a proper defensive anchor at the center position throughout his NBA career. For the Los Angeles Lakers to hit the type of highs they need to in 2025-26, that is exactly the type of player Ayton must mold himself into. On a recent episode of The Athletic's NBA Daily, Andrew Schlecht highlighted just how crucial it will be for the Lakers center to embrace this pivotal transformation. The process would involve some soul-searching for the former first overall pick. Hopefully he's taken a good, hard look in the mirror, and said, "I've got to lock in defensively," Schlecht said. If he does, I think this team is going to be really good. Now playoffs is a whole other story, but regular season-wise, I think they're going to win a ton of games. If the Lakers do want to stack up those victories once the 2025-26 NBA season starts, they need Ayton at his best. For them, that includes being able to make up for some of the other mistakes of those around him defensively. DeAndre Ayton's success is a pivotal swing factor for Lakers season. It cannot be overstated how important Ayton's success will be to the Lakers as a whole. There can be no overestimation of his own talents from the Lakers' big man. The well-publicized troubles from his days with the Portland Trail Blazers must stay in the state of Oregon. The Lakers are one disappointing experiment away from turning back to Jackson Hayes as the starting center. That would be a situation the team would undoubtedly like to avoid. Luka Doncic thrives when his centers can serve 2 crucial roles. Offensively, those players need to provide an outlet to his electrifying playmaking abilities. Catch lobs, roll to the basket, and fill the dunker spot. The beauty is in its simplicity. Defensively, Doncic needs a big man who can anchor a defense. Look no further than Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively as 2 prime examples of the requirements. That defensive model is the one Ayton needs to follow. In all fairness, the projected starting center for the Lakers next season is not quite as nimble on his feet as Lively. However, locking in on being a good one-on-one matchup, a strong help defender, and capable rim protector with his size and frame is not a task that is an unfair ask of Ayton. The Lakers are still lacking on the defensive perimeter, even after the addition of Marcus Smart. There will be lapses in coverage. When those happen, Ayton must be the cleanup crew for Los Angeles. Stephen A. Smith names ideal NBA franchise for LeBron James to win another ring. Another NBA championship would do wonders for LeBron James' legacy, and Stephen A. Smith has named the ideal situation where he can do that. LeBron James has been with the Los Angeles Lakers since 2018, but the landscape is shifting. Having acquired Luka Doncic, this NBA offseason is making it clear that the franchise is prioritizing its future with the Slovenian superstar and building around him. For LeBron, the goal remains clear. If he can add to his tally of 4 NBA championships, it will add to his GOAT case. And while the Lakers have improved, it's hard to say that they'll be champions next season. Stephen A. Smith certainly thinks James will have to go elsewhere for his 5th ring. Related, Golden State Warriors fans are growing tired of the Jonathan Kuminga saga. Stephen A. Smith says LeBron's best shot at another championship is in Cleveland. If LeBron goes back to Cleveland, they are easily the favorite. he could retire a 5-time champion. Getting specifically to LeBron, why don't you just come back to the Cleveland Cavaliers and end your career? Smith said on ESPN's First Take. This cannot be disputed, he'd have a better chance of winning the championship in Cleveland than he would in LA. You come back to Cleveland. You bring the chip back to Cleveland, and you say goodbye as a 5-time champion. If LeBron were back in Cleveland, Cleveland is the favorite. While the idea of LeBron winning another ring in Cleveland to end his glorious career sounds incredible on paper, it's next to impossible. The Cavs can't combine contracts to trade for him, and their luxury tax situation means they couldn't even sign him if the Lakers bought James out. If there is to be a reunion, it will be in 2026, when James is a free agent. Until then, these are all just fantasies. The King will be focused on winning in LA anyway. 3-team Lakers trade pitch adds sharpshooter, veteran forward. The Los Angeles Lakers addressed their defensive shortcomings this offseason with the additions of DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart. However, neither player is an adept long-range sniper, a concern for a Lakers team that already boasts several subpar perimeter shooters. Phoenix Suns guard Grayson Allen, one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, is the sort of perimeter threat who could help the Lakers. As such, Fadeaway World proposed a Lakers trade that would send Allen and Dean Wade to Los Angeles in exchange for Jared Vanderbilt, Maxi Kleber, and few draft assets. Lakers would receive Grayson Allen, Dean Wade, 2028 first-round pick, BKN/NYK/was. Suns would receive Jared Vanderbilt, Maxi Kleber, 2032 second-round pick, LAL. Cavaliers would receive Oso Ighodaro. How the Lakers trade helps. Eddie Bitar argued that his proposed trade would help the Lakers not only add a veteran sharpshooter in Allen, but also a reliable backup power forward in Wade. The Lakers just got smarter on both ends, landing a marksman who spreads the floor and a high IQ glue guy who can guard multiple spots, he wrote. First off, Grayson Allen brings elite shooting. He shot 42.6% from deep last season and had an effective field goal percentage of 60%. Then there's Dean Wade, quiet, versatile, effective. Last season, he logged 5.4 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.3 assists while shooting 41.3% from the field and 36% from deep in 59 games on a $6.6 million expiring deal. Wade can defend multiple faces, pop threes, and comes at a price that won't cap strangle the roster. Putting Allen's sniper touch alongside Wade's positional flexibility gives the Lakers two efficient, selfless pieces that would chip the minutes without forcing lineups. As for the Suns, Bitar argued that Vanderbilt would bring the grit and perimeter defense the team sorely lacked during the unsuccessful 2024-25 campaign. Overrated offseason? In the 2024-25 NBA season, J.J. Redick's team ranked 14th in three-point percentage, 36.4, and 15th in three-pointers made, 13.3. Those percentages dipped even further in their 5-game postseason series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Many analysts believe that the additions of Smart and Ayton, while a plus for the Lakers defensively, won't solve their overarching issues on offense, specifically shooting. That would explain why Bleacher Report ranked the Lakers' offseason additions among the most overrated players to play in the NBA since the start of the decade. Ayton's defensive engagement is prone to mountainous peaks yet even starker valleys. Ditto for his presence on the glass. His teams have defended better with him on the floor exactly once since 2020-21, Dan Favale wrote on Ayton, before then mentioning Smart. Out of the 155 other players to attempt as many shots since 2020-21, Smart's 50.1 effective field goal percentage ranks 143 RD. Smart looked out of his depth when used as an on-ball initiator long before leaving the Boston Celtics. While Ayton signed with the Lakers on a 2-year $16 million deal, Smart joined the Purple and Gold franchise on a 2-year, $11 million contract. There's no guarantee that either player will remain with the team beyond the 2025-26 season, especially if the team fails to make a deep postseason run in the 2026 playoffs. The Lakers urgently want to be champions, as the window for LeBron James is closing and retirement is looming. LeBron has declared that he wants his 5th NBA title, and the Lakers will do everything possible to make it happen.